Hi guys, welcome to my video, and today I wanted to show you how I am sniping on the map Sandstorm 2 and my tactics and my advice. We will start at the blue side with a rush to B tank. You take your knife, take speed kits and throw the grenades over the building, and you scope directly here because people are rushing out of their bases and you need to be fast to kill them. If you don't see anyone, you could take a grenade like that, but hide your body after the tank so nobody can hit you from the left side, and you throw it like this so it's exploding next to the double doors, and then you just go back and scope again, but watch out because people could already be on the right side. So then it's better to go in the hallway and scope like this and check if somebody was right side, like slowly. And when you see somebody here, you just shoot. And you go back and maybe somebody from on the left will push because they hear some noise. That's my first one. My second tactic is like to rush also to the tank, but you do the same thing with the grenades, but you just don't go in the same position. You just directly rush into a room and you scope right there on the door. And 9 on the 10 times somebody will push here and you will snipe him. But take care because sometimes your teammates are not covering your back, and you also check the double doors behind you because they can rush from outside to your back and go inside L room and they can rape you like that. That's my second tactic and advice to you guys. My third tactic is actually very simple. It's just like rush through B tank to back their base and try to kill as much as possible, guys. So you take the speed kit, you take your knife, you run through the B tunnel, through the tank, you throw a grenade over the building, you wait some seconds if somebody is pushing or not, you shoot, and you shoot as much as possible guys who are rushing from their base to this position. And you just run and shoot every enemy you see. For this kind of tactic you just need a good reflexes and good aim. For example, if somebody's pushing here around the corner on my left, I can directly scope him like that, or on the right side camping. You just need to be fast in this kind of tactic and have a good reflexes and good aim. So if you are not a pretty good sniper, I don't suggest you to do that and go on with the other tactics. Alright guys, here is some more tactic. It's not really a tactic, it's just some good advice, but if you start to rush to the window house, throw a grenade in front of L room so you can bomb somebody if there is an enemy running there, of course. And most of the guys, they are looking like this and this and this and this and this, but they forget that people here and here and L room and hallway and B tank, they can just give you so easily headshot because it's too hard for you as a player to check every angle. It's not possible. So I strongly suggest you, when you want to snipe somebody from this area or this position, you just take your knife and you jump. Like if you see somebody, for example, somebody is here tank, so you're jumping and you saw somebody, you just take your sniper and just do like this and snipe very quickly. But you don't stand here for too long, otherwise you will get a headshot. Same for arrow, you are jumping, you see somebody's feet and you just come and snipe and go back. That's the less chance to get a headshot from an enemy. And one of my last tactics on the blue side is you rush from the base, you throw a grenade between the two gaps, between this metal and this metal, so you can throw your grenade farther away in their base, in the broken walls I mean. So then you just stand here for some seconds and check what are your teammates doing or where they are dying. And if it's safe enough, you can go here and check if somebody is on the balcony. Of course, when you come here, first check the right side if nobody is camping here or behind the box. But if you can see if players are moving on the balcony just like that, or just peek and go back. And what you can do is you can scope through this little hole between the wall and this wall, and you just hard scope, and when you have good reflex and somebody's passing here, you shoot and you can hit the enemy and have a free kill. Of course you need good reflexes for that and a good hardscope zoom. That's all you need actually. Okay. The last one, guys, if you want to take it easy one round because a lot of teammates are dying very quickly, I strongly suggest you to have camping rounds sometimes. I know people don't like camping, but if it's good for your own personal, because otherwise you will die like a fly, I suggest you to use this tactic sometimes when your teammates are dying like flies. So what do? You go push with the speed key, you throw your grenades again, hop like this to the broken wall, you go back, you just scope here and wait for enemies all the time. Of course, if you see if people are dying on the window house or on the tank, you can always throw a grenade to B-tank. This grenade will explode on the bomb spots, so if there is an enemy, he will die. Of course, when you see there are too much people from your teammates dying, you can always go back and you just check the L room and take care from this area, from the mid, and also from this area. And of course you can check also tunnel. If they planted, you just go and scope directly to the tank, hallway, and every position, of course. On the red side, guys, my first tactic I like to use is you take this pit kit, you take the knife, you throw a grenade over the house next to the car. Watch out, look in the air for grenades so you don't get bombed, so you don't die. You go, you check next to the car with your scope, but in the same time when you do this, you don't see anyone. You need to scope directly in this area because a lot of guys are hard scoping there on top of the boxes from inside A. So if you come here, boom, you don't see anyone, you scope, you kill that guy, you go back, and then what I like to do is you press Ctrl spacebar and you can jump a lot higher than the normal jump from spacebar, and you can see if there are enemies there. For example, if somebody's crouching next to the car, on the back of the car, I mean, you can just go here and boom, scope him if you see somebody. Or if you see somebody inside A, you just go here and boom, you snipe him. For this you also need good reflexes, because when you come from behind the wall, you need to scope directly and hit the person. So it's up to you if you like to use this tactic, and of course from this angle you can also check the L room. My second tactic I like to use on the red side is you take the speed kit, you throw the grenade, same thing, you watch out for grenades or people pushing on this area. You go here and you make sure that somebody is covering long side, so you can just jump on the boxes and you can scope from this angle to down window house right here, and people are passing there, but you need also good reflexes to hit the player when they are peeking out, and also take care from air room, of course. So if you are looking window house but you don't see anybody passing there, I strongly suggest you to just go a little bit back and scope on the L room, so you're covered from the right side and your teammates can check the double doors. If they don't do it and you are watching L room, I suggest you to don't scope, because then you can also see the right side still, and if you see somebody you just scope and boom, you hit him very quickly. Of course for this you also need good reflexes. What I also like to do is when I go too long and I need to hold or cover A long, I just go on the wall and I jump on this wall and I'm just scoping like this. Of course this is more for in competitive, because then your teammates can cover L room and the double doors right there, and you can just sit here, because the enemy, when they come from this angle, they will never expect you sitting here, because nobody is sitting here 9 of the 10 times, and they will scope down here, and you can just hard scope them because they will not expect you to be there, and you will have a good advantage from that. Because if you come from this side as an enemy, you will check down, you know, automatically, and then you are up here and you will have the 1 second or 2 seconds faster fire rates to hit the player. My next angle that I like to use in Sunstorm is you go up the balcony and you just go on the boxes and you can scope from here to A short. If somebody is passing here, you can just shoot him. Of course, you need to take care from the double doors and L room, but this is all depending on your teammates where they are running. If nobody is running L room and nobody is running double doors and nobody is running this side, I strongly suggest you to just stay like this and look around. And don't scope like with one eye so you don't see the other side. And if nobody is A long and you need already to check these 3 positions, I don't suggest you to use this position, because otherwise you need to watch 1, 2, 3 or 4 places. My next tactic I like to use is the speed kits. You throw your first grenade over the building for the players who are rushing to tank. You scope here and wait like 5 or 10 seconds if somebody is pushing or not. Of course, some fast players, they are already in this area, but take care, you always watch behind the corners, because they could camp here with a shotgun or something like that. Then, if you check this angle and you go to the tunnel to snipe somebody, I strongly suggest you to take the knife and go right left very quickly, you know, so they don't have the chance to hit you. And you see where the enemy is, and when you see him and he's, for example, behind the boxes, you just go and boom. For this you also need good aim and good reflexes, and after this you can check window house down, window house up, and tunnel of course. But when you check down, take care you don't scope like this, because the enemy from up, they will see you and you will not see them if you are scoping. So just stay like this, and when you see somebody, just scope, boom, or scope like this. And one of my last favorite tactics on the red side in Sandstorm 2 is you take the speed kits, you go throw the grenades like this, so people get bombed on their base in the little hallway short A. You run to the L room and you scope like this and wait a few seconds if somebody is pushing or not. Before you enter, always check this side, this area, because people are fast and they can camp here. Of course, from this angle you can also check double doors between this gap. You can see if somebody is passing here. And then you just go here and scope like this if somebody's rushing to tank or something. But there can also be a camper in this area in the corner inside the room. So what do? You just scope like this, or you jump and go back and then scope him. But most of the times when I do this, I just scope. When I see somebody running, I shoot him of course, and then I look directly here and scope. Of course, when I come here, I also jump, because people are hard scoping behind the boxes from tunnels, so I jump and I scope directly. And also I do like this to check the window house, and like this you can kill a lot of players. My next tactic I like to use sometimes is a fast rush. You take the speed kit, you take the knife, you bomb A short, the grenade will explode there. You just run, take care of window house, you check the guys running from tunnel to B tank. If you see nobody, you jump, you kill the player on A long, you kill the player on A short. In the base, somebody is hard scoping. When you come here, you check A, you check the left side corner, you check sniper house, you check chicken house. You can check every angle, but this is just for a rushing round, and I don't suggest this if you don't have good reflexes or have a good sniper, because you will die directly by a lot of people if you are not fast enough. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course I know there are many other tactics and other things which other gamers like to use from positions and tactics, but this was for me personal and I wanted to share it with you guys, so if beginner players start to play with Sunstorm 2, they can use some of these tips, and I hope I could help some people. I know in the comments there will be people who say, yeah, I don't like this kind of tactic, I play like this, but this is just my personal gameplay, so no offense to that. So I hope you guys enjoy and see you next time. Ciao.